Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. The year comes to an end, and so too for an island news source.
An oyster entrepreneur considers the CNMI as a pearl of a destination.
Also tonight, we complete our look back at 2024 and the stories and images that shaped our lives.
And in good sports, we close the year with fireworks. Yes, literally fireworks.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
This holiday, would you rather buy this TV or get one for free? For a limited time only, bring home a free 43-inch Samsung Smart TV when you sign up on Link with DTV Plus today. Just imagine your favorite movies, shows, and more, all in stunning quality on your brand new screen. Visit DocomoPacific.com or see us in store to learn more. Docomo Pacific, better together.
I love Mariana's Coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Tangy pickles, slivered onions, tender pork covered in our delicious barbecue sauce, and topped on a home-style bun. Behold, the McRib. It's not just a sandwich, it's an experience altogether. The McRib returns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on January 3rd from our studio on Capitol Hill.
As 2025 has dawned on Saipan, 2024 will slowly drift into memory, and so it goes for a mainstay of island communications and a friend to many. On December 31st, the Saipan Tribune closes its doors forever. The Saipan Tribune was established in 1990 by Mark Pangilinan and Larry Hilbloom of the DHS fortune. In 1993, the paper was sold to a Tan Holdings subsidiary, the Pacific Publication and Printing Corporation, and has remained in print and online ever since. That is, until December 31st. According to a Saipan Tribune press release, quote, while the Saipan Tribune has delivered the kind of news stories our community deserved, shifts in media consumption patterns driven by advancements in technology have transformed how audiences access news and information, unquote. So, a chapter closes in the CNMI for the readers of the Tribune, the community that it serves, but also for the journalists whose lives have revolved around discovering and sharing the news of the day. Reporter Kimberly Esmores.
That I'm sad, but I'm also happy for the experience of a lifetime because, 8 years was, long, and I learned a lot. When I started here, I was really young. And then I gained a lot of life skills here, had a lot of experiences, gained a lot of lifelong friends. There's a lot of lessons that I learned in Tribune as an employee as well as a reporter that I know I'll take with me in my next adventure.
According to an officer of Tan Holdings, the decision to close the paper was a long-considered financial decision made not without concern for their longtime employees. As for the news, there will certainly be a hole left with the departure of the Saipan Tribune. But
Personally, my opinion, there's going to be a gap because, but we have so many great media outlets, not print anymore, but we have Mariana's Press that just started up, we have KSPN, we have Variety, and I know there's also NMI News Service who they also strive to put out important information that the community needs to know. So as much as there is going to be a gap, and it's also a legacy company that the CNMI is losing, I don't think journalism is dead on the island. I think there's still really top-notch reporters and journalists out there who are willing and ready to fill that gap.
And so, as the year ends with the departure of a family friend, the sights and sounds of the world will surely continue, but one newspaper will, forevermore, be silent.
A quick New Year getaway to the Northern Mariana Islands, we hear from a Japanese tourist.
Shoko Funabiki visited for 4 days to end 2024 and start 2025 in Saipan. During her stay, she toured the northern part of Saipan on a guided buggy ride. She enjoyed dipping her toes at Wing Beach and even sipped some fresh coconut juice. This is her impression of the island.
The temperature is always good, and the people are very friendly and nice, and I love the beach.
Shoko's background is selling top-quality oysters in Japan. She is knowledgeable on seafood and hopes to see more of it here in the future.
Because I'm selling oysters, maybe the Saipan should take the good Japan quality oysters, and then the food situation will be better. Maybe there is less seafood, I found.
She was here a long time ago and plans to visit sooner rather than later next time.
It is my second time visit in Saipan, and it was when I was a child with my family and relatives. And the Saipan is still very cheerful and a very good place for me. And I would like to say thank you for a good experience again. I love Saipan.
In this week's Your Humanities Half-Hour, host Catherine Perry picks the brain of CNMI's Teacher of the Year.
Yeji Lee is awarded 2025 CNMI State Teacher of the Year. Prior to choosing this career path, she wanted to be an artist. Although there was a shift, she still relates teaching to art.
It kind of go along the same line, and I kind of do enjoy finding that strategies for each student, finding, the student can draw, the student loves science. So I think I do enjoy the process of working with students. And I think to me, like cherry on top is seeing their progress. So like, for example, when you're drawing or painting, you see the blank canvas to a sketch, to like a whole full-on masterpiece, right? And you see the progress. You can definitely see the progress, like a visible progress working with students. Like, I'm not talking just like growth in terms of academic. I'm talking like personal growth.
Tune in to hear more about teaching strategies and techniques Yeji Lee uses in the classroom. Your Humanities Half-Hour show with host Catherine Perry airs on Thursday night at 7 p.m. If you missed it, don't worry, it airs again tomorrow night, Saturday at 7 p.m.
Coming up, last year's two major stories of sexual misconduct, a former band teacher charged with possession of child pornography, and a law clerk convicted of sexual assault.
Domestic violence, sexual violence, and other forms of violence can happen to anyone. It does not discriminate. If you or someone you know would like to know more, Please call Caradots Victim Hotline at 670-234-5100. It is safe and confidential. We can help with advocacy and counseling, safety planning, access to shelter for those fleeing intimate partner violence, and referrals to other resources. Caradot Victim Hotline 670-234-5100. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are here when you are ready.
A new international brand is coming soon, but why wait? Escape to paradise today at Mariana's Beach Resort on Saipan. For just $99 for two, enjoy an ocean view room with stunning views of the crystal clear waters. Relax by the swimming pools, dip your toes in the sand, and unwind with exclusive offers on breakfast and happy hour. Whether you're here for romance or relaxation, Mariana's Beach Resort is the perfect getaway. Special rates are for NMI and Guam residents. Some restrictions apply, but not many. Call 670-234-1234 and book your escape today.
My papers earlier.
What?
I was moving my paper earlier.
Oh, it's okay.
So, you got any New Year's resolutions?
Oh my God. I'm eating whatever I want to eat for the rest of my life.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right, be happy. Welcome back. As we enter the new year, here's the last of our look back segment of the top stories from 2024.
A teacher who left the NMI perhaps just before he was going to be arrested is brought back to the NMI to face charges that include possession of child pornography.
A former band teacher at Marianas High School has been brought to Saipan from Malaysia to face criminal charges that include attempted sexual exploitation of a child and possession of child pornography. David Fromm was investigated in 2019 after there were reports of a camera found in the bathroom of his classroom at Marianas High School. His Navy Hill home was raided by authorities after allegations surfaced. One of those allegations that an inappropriate video was taken by him on a trip with students to Guam. This interview, taken at Saipan International Airport in March of 2019, upon return from a trip to Guam with 23 local students.
It's our first year back, and we're so excited. It was a blast. I think the kids did a great job, and we were successful. We got a gold. I think everyone had a great experience and really had fun.
Fromm was not arrested at the time of the raid, and associates say that while the investigation continued, he camped out at the beach at Coral Ocean Point for a few days before suddenly leaving island. He surfaced in Southeast Asia. Charges weren't filed here in the Northern Marianas until 4 years later, in September of 2023, but those charges were filed under seal for the 2019 allegations. Fromm was arrested in Malaysia earlier this year, accused of filming an 11-year-old girl while she was bathing in her home. Fromm was brought to Saipan over the weekend. Today was his initial appearance. Richard Miller appointed to represent him, and Fromm pled not guilty today. A jury trial was set for August of 2024. However, his attorney says that date is likely to be pushed back.
In all likelihood, we will be moving to continue the trial to a later date because the nature of the charges involve electronically stored information. And that requires analysis, sometimes very technical analysis. Sometimes the government has their own experts doing analysis, but the defense wants to have their experts do analysis. That takes time where there are, so that's number one. Number two, The charges stem from two completely different periods. The first two charges are alleged conduct in 2019. The third charge alleges conduct in 2024. So very different set of facts, and each one will present its own challenges, both to the defense and to the prosecution, and may have its own set of motions associated with it. And I alerted the judge to one possible motion that we might be bringing with respect to count 3. And that all told, based on my experience, the trial date is of mid-August is unlikely to hold, and we, in all likelihood, will be asking the court to continue the trial to a later date that's more realistic, that gives both sides the time they need to prepare. Mr. O'Malley, the prosecutor, indicated that they were in discussion, I believe, with either the courts or authorities in Malaysia involving certain discovery and evidence, and obviously that's going to take time as well. So just based on our experience looking at it, this case is going to need a lot more time before it's ready to go to trial.
A man hired to clerk for a Commonwealth judge is charged and found guilty on sexual assault charges.
Late this afternoon, a Commonwealth jury returned a verdict of guilty on all accounts.
All victims deserve justice in some way or another. And this won't stop us. In fact, it's going to continue to propel us forward and seek justice.
I think the significance of this case is no means no. And it's been a long time since this community has backed that. No means no, consent matters.
You have any comments?
No comment, thank you.
Deliberation began yesterday in the trial of the CNMI versus William Abrazinskas. Abrazinskas was hired as a law clerk under Judge Kenneth Govendo. Not long after beginning his job, Abrazinskas was charged with the sexual assault of a coworker who told police the incident happened at his apartment when she delivered some mail to him shortly after his arrival on Saipan. The alleged victim, a fellow coworker, testified at the trial and says she assisted Abrazinskas through the hiring process and corresponded for 3 months over email prior to his arrival. They became friends, and to make the transition smooth, she says she helped him settle into the island, including offering her personal mailbox for him to use. The victim told police that what was supposed to be a mail drop-off turned into spending time together, and that an intoxicated Abrazinskas forced himself on her at his apartment after they went swimming. The trial began with jury selection on Monday, and this week that jury heard the CNMI's case before beginning their deliberations. Yesterday, before closing arguments, Judge Pro Tem Elise Iriarte discussed instructions for the jurors. It included their duty to apply law and facts, definitions of what evidence is and what it is not, and to determine the guilt or innocence of the accused. The defendant chose not to testify during the trial. During closing arguments, Franny de Mapan, representing the Commonwealth, spoke about the alleged victim and her dedication to her job and the importance of her family life. A graphic description of the sexual assault incident was presented to the jury, along with how the victim felt shame and how she thought of everyone else before herself, not wanting to ruin Easter or let down her boss, Judge Govendo, by bringing what happened up. In closing arguments, the public defender, Charlene Brown, representing Abrazinskas, compared and contrasted the victim's testimony with the messages that were exchanged between the two. A timeline of what was said at a particular times and days was presented on a PowerPoint along with emojis that were sent. The defense attorney emphasized that there was correspondence between the two well after the alleged incident, and also told the jury that none of the victim's friends or family noticed any bruising or injuries. The CNMI concluded by stating that it's not about emojis and that assault doesn't always leave markings, it's about consent. Abrazinskas was charged with sexual assault in the first degree and assault and battery and disturbing the peace.
In 2024, our station produced a documentary on a pilgrimage in Japan that has an historical connection with religion and with nature. Kumano Kodo means old road.
We walk together, we eat together, and we figure things out together. Shinto shrines and Buddhist temples dot the Kumano Kodo.
Over here, this is a grand shrine. And just because this Kumano Kodo, it's a root for all the different religions. Shinto religions, Buddhism religions, and also Shugendo religions.
For some of us, the best parts of the experience are the small seaside towns and the people in them that bring modern-day context to the route and to the country. Maggie's from the United States and is getting to know Japan.
Starting from when you wake up, you have this ocean scenery that you go out to. And today the ocean was flat, which was great. But sometimes, you have these great waves that are coming in and you see these little spotted islands out there, which you want to go and explore. And you know that there's nothing out there besides just nature. And so it's just, you're looking at this scenery that feels like you're one of the pilgrimage people from, centuries ago coming through. So you're really feeling not only the history that you're walking with, but you're getting to see this untouched nature. And also, I just love the woods here are so serene, and you're even walking through, and we were walking up the rocky road over here, and the tourist association employee said, "Oh, this tree is 300 years old," and he just knew this tree was 300 years old, and so like the history of it is so different from anything I'm used to, and not only is the man-made history, but it's the natural history, which is really spectacular for me.
Our guide Midori is married to a Buddhist monk. Yes, you heard that right. Japanese monks are allowed to marry. I think it's the only place they are allowed to do so. She helps guide us through the forest with historical rituals. Midori uses this shell to communicate with her husband at distances in the forest. It's much cooler than WhatsApp, and she isn't constantly looking at her phone. She has a special balance about her.
This Sanpo Kojin is a protector for all the Buddhisms and the monks and all the truths of this Buddhism teaching. So they are the top of this Buddhism teaching, this Sanpo Kojin. Sanpo means the three treasures. So like Buddhisms and the monks and the truth of the teaching. Yes. So now, like really in the mountains, this place, built back in the 8th century, it's really old one.
We are up over the mountain pass and then back down towards the ocean with Midori's husband waiting for us. He's a man of few words, but deep meaning.
Is that amazing? Don't you think it's amazing?
Yeah.
They're actually calling each other playing this instrument. Midori, she is playing this actually like a few minutes ago to announce Taechan that we are coming, so that Taechan knows that we are coming soon and he is ready to welcome us. Yeah, and they are doing the rest.
Coming up, the CNMI counts down to the new year in the heart of Garpan. It's explosive. Stay tuned.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
Come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar. The best sunsets, the best fun. Come, join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
Location, location, location. Office space on Capitol Hill available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park. With natural light and ocean views, it's the perfect place for creative professionals. So upgrade your life and your working environment. Schedule an exclusive showing now. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans! The end of one year and the beginning of another is an explosive reminder that in the cycle of life, loss always brings renewal. This year on the island of Saipan, celebrations raged throughout the island, but on a little corner of Garapan, a simple clock told us that when one year ends, boom, another begins.
Our journey begins at 3 hours and 7 minutes till midnight. Oops, 3 hours and 6 minutes. The former Hyatt, now Marianas Beach Resort, warmly greets the new year.
Happy New Year!
As we walk the grounds of the re-landscaped ex-Hyatt, we see the once shuttered hotel coming back to life. Our hosts, General Manager Gloria and her husband, a young Joe Biden, Kavanaugh. The feeling in the air is electric. Did that tree just set off fireworks? Meanwhile, somewhere near 9:30 in early Garapan, Godfather Scott Dotino, he oversees his territory.
Have a good night. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And the boys. John Travolta over there.
Jerry and the Gigolos know that the evening may become explosive, but as Dylan said, don't think twice. It's all right.
Look out your window, and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's all right. Well, it ain't no use in turning on your light, baby. I know the dark side of the road.
Meanwhile, beachside at Crown Plaza, the High Tide Band.
Well, I was having to drink
Marianas Beach Resort, where the clock tells us it is almost 11 p.m. For your information, this is your new ER doctor. It's nice to know that Gloria and Joe have been joined by their friends Champagne Beer and more champagne, and that plans are being made for international détente, while Fred and Ginger lead the dance parade. 8 minutes to go. Have no fear. The commish dances like a boss. Then the clock ticks down to, 1 minute and 20 seconds. And then, suddenly, the countdown, and 1 year bursts into a million little stars, giving birth to the seeds of the future. Happy New Year.
This holiday, would you rather buy this TV or get one for free? For a limited time only, bring home a free 43-inch Samsung Smart TV when you sign up on Link with DTV Plus today. Just imagine your favorite movies, shows, and more, all in stunning quality on your brand new screen. Visit DocomoPacific.com or see us in store to learn more. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a 20% chance of isolated rainfall, with low temperatures of around 77 degrees. East breezes will waft at a comfortable 10 miles per hour. The weekend will stay beautiful with only a 20% chance of isolated showers, with temperatures ranging from 85 degrees in the day down to 76 degrees in the evenings. The sun has just set at 5:59 p.m. and will rise tomorrow morning at 6:44 a.m., just in time to continue your New Year's resolution of fresh air and exercise before returning home for a well-deserved nap. Because Monday, a new work year begins again, and I will see you in the water and on the land.
That's news, the New Year countdown, and weather. Thank you for joining us.
Adios, CNMI. We'll see you on Monday.